Okay, there. It's time for 44, and also a new entry, which pretty much does surprise me here. I'm amazed that this particular band have never actually featured in a chart before. This is a bit different from the previous one when I mentioned Kristen being an absolute favourite of mine, because even though this is a band I played incessantly in the 80s, this particular track comes from 84. The After the band split up, the main lead singer became a solo artist, and has also done some good stuff, but as a person has been a bit of a tool, really, with some very idiotic comments about important political points. So in direct contrast to what I actually believe in. I seem to remember he was very against the Me Too movement, and saw that as it would be a case of men becoming victims for pretty much anything. So he's, unfortunately, I can't really praise him as a person. But music-wise, I was a big fan. I've got a couple of friends who join me in the love for this band, and also a couple of friends who absolutely despise them with a passion. So it's usually interesting chats when these come on at gatherings or parties or whatever. There's quite a few I could have chosen, but this is one that kind of sticks in my head. I think it does because I had a friend in the 80s who was such a fan of this band that she could end up in quite a lot of situations. She could end up answering questions like on the phone, using quotes from the artist, and there's one significant one on this which is pretty basic. It's not anything mind-blowing, but it was just one of these situations where I called her, and I wondered if she was going to be joining us, because we're going out around town in Burnley. So I said, "Are you coming then?" And she said, "I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear." And it was kind of obvious where that came from, and for those who are fans, you've already worked out the song. I can't hold up any album here now, because I'm ashamed to say I don't actually own the album which this track comes from. I think I have the single, but I haven't dug around looking for it now. I just went through my albums by the band, and couldn't find it in that collection. It is This Charming Man by the Smiths. And is a very fun tune. Apparently it's an indecent proposal made by an older man to a younger man, which comes up in the lyrics. But it's got a lot of energy, and I just love the way I don't know, it's one of them, it just makes me react every time I hear it. I think they've got better songs than this that haven't featured, but there's something about this one. It's kind of stuck there, and like it's interesting that it didn't feature in the top 30 or the top 40. So it's longevity, as I mentioned in the intro, that's affected a few tracks, and this is one of those. It's like it's aged like fine wine. So have a listen. Lots of fun. Nice short one as well. This and the one before are two of the shortest on the chart, I think. So enjoy.